Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Stretching out to catch the pass down the sideline. Nice.
I thought Lamar was supposed to be hurt, see? He was unbelievable.
I see the coaching staff made him work out on Friday before the game. He had to convince the coaching staff that he could play injured. I told you, he typically doesn't have big games. He was brilliant in last night's game.
Old green hair Jalen Mills.
5 targets, 5 catches.
Colts and Texans, Eric Ebron making a spectacular one-handed grab. Might have been the play of the season so far.
This ball was out of bounds. He brought it back inbounds. Great footwork along the end line. Just the way the coaches teach us. Never run within 1 yard of that back end line because you need room for your body to get inside the line.
It's an unbelievable play in a back and forth game. I mean, this is not the deciding play, but one of the key plays early in the
How about that throw as well?
That's the only place he can put it.
The only place he could have put that ball.
Jacoby was sensational yesterday.
That was money well spent when they signed him to that extension.
All right, moving on. Great game out in Seattle. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens taking on Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. We picked this one up in the second quarter. Marcus Peters making an immediate impact with his new team, taking the pick all the way. And the Ravens go up 13-10, move to the third tie game. Lamar on 4th and 2 calls his own number for the touchdown, finished with 116 rushing yards, 143 passing yards. Fourth quarter now, Russell Wilson finds DK Metcalf, but the rookie fumbles. Marlon Humphrey comes up with the scoop and the score, and that does it. Baltimore goes on to win 30-16. Both teams now 5-2. Flex it out for us. Here's Marcus Peters on his first impressions of his new teammate.
Man, Lamar got some speed, man. Whew. You know, that start and stop stuff that he does is unbelievable, man. And like I say, it's only going to get better. We have yet to see the best of Lamar Jackson, you know. I think you can't do – I don't know how to stop him. You know, he can throw the ball, he can run, you know, he can do all those things. And just excited to be his teammate now.
And we always sort of knew that Lamar could do all these things, but week after week, we're starting to see him actually implement all the skills he has for a relatively young player. Nick, how impressive was this game for Lamar and this Baltimore team?
A spectacular win for Baltimore. We talked Friday that the Ravens' defense had been more reputation than production thus far this season, that they weren't playing up to traditional Baltimore Ravens defense standards. Well, they did on Sunday. 2 defensive scores. That's the difference in this football game. Lamar, as great as he was on the ground, struggled throwing the football, only 9 completions, but it didn't matter because the defense played great.
His wide receivers dropped at least 5 or 6 of them.
Man, well, wide receivers and tight ends. The tight end had the Reynolds. Mark Andrews, correct, my apologies, had a brutal game. To the point where you saw the back.
It's like, as long as your defense could create turnovers, it could be the big difference in the game. It was. The 2 turnovers determined that game. Yeah, he only complete 9% of his throws. But it's like when your wide receivers are struggling, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, he was struggling yesterday, but he made up for it with his legs and still made his playmaking abilities. It don't matter, like, as long as you know how to win, tenacity, as long as you know how to turn a negative to a positive, like he did yesterday, he struggled. He figured another way to move the football with his legs. He completes some throws, he completes some, he ain't complete none. But as long as you know how to have a will to win, because you'll have days you're struggling, but when you make up for it and make the struggle go away, because what he can do with his legs, he's dynamic. You can't take it away from him. His tight ends and wide receivers have to help him. When they don't help you, you got to figure out another way to do things, and he did. That's with his legs. Then the defense played good yesterday. They created 2 turnovers. That will help determine that game yesterday. That's what you need your defense to do. Create turnovers and not let them get up to a good start. They hold Seattle to 16 points. That's good defense yesterday. Lamar showed people what he could do to lead his team to where they want to go. He proven almost every week that he can do this.
Tight end go up to Harbaugh and try to check himself into the game. Harbaugh said, "Get out of here, man." But I mean, Lamar did not have any favors done for him by his receivers. It didn't matter because the Ravens defense forced Russell Wilson into his first bad game since last December. I mean, they went to Seattle and played the style of football Seattle once upon a time loved to play. Defensive-minded, turn you over, run the football. And they got that is a great win against a very confident Seattle team. And on Peters quickly, we said it last week. Which Marcus Peters are you getting? The one in Kansas City that was an all-pro, or the one in Los Angeles that never really found his footing? Through one game, it's the Kansas City version, and that player can be a top 5 corner in this league.
I guarantee you Marcus Peters, since he left college, and he's been in 3 locker rooms, the organizational support and what they do for the players in Baltimore is second to none. From the time you walk in, how you want to do your interviews, how you're going to dress, what kind of food you like to eat, what kind of family you have. I mean, they make it tailor-made for you. I've never seen an organization that is as thorough as they are. So I know he's a West Coast guy after going to school at Washington, drafted by Kansas City. And as nice as the Rams is, as Sean McVay, I guarantee you he's going to be a lot happier in Baltimore with the type of defense. And they did get back to Baltimore's old style. Even though they didn't accumulate a lot of sacks, they only got Russell on the ground, but they harassed him.
Hey, Marcus Peters, you could tell the difference from the Rams to this Marcus Peters. When a team makes you feel like you at home, you get comfortable and you play well. And it showed yesterday that he was comfortable. Because Baltimore is an organization that makes you feel at home. And when he got there, they made him feel at home. And look what they got. The result. That determined that game. A pick 6 that helped that team win that game because his play yesterday. When you have an organization that believes in you and an organization that's built around defense and trying to get back to how they used to be, and they make you feel at home, you will play well because you know a team believes in you. When someone lets you go and say you want to get a job done, of course you're not going to play well there. He got here and made a good impression on his first game. That's how you know the organization in Baltimore made him feel welcome.
And they came up with the big plays, tricked him, forced him in. Peters faked like he was playing in zone. Russell tried to throw it to the sideline. He breaks up on it. The thing that he does special, when he catches it, you better get him on the ground too. And also, the confidence that Harbaugh has in Lamar. 4th down. He gets it to 4th and 2. He immediately calls timeout because he was going to kick the field goal. Harbaugh looks at Lamar and said, we're going to go for it. Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, calls a brilliant play in the game. At that point, they go to get the score. I believe that was the difference. Beating Seattle in a Seattle-type way, I believe this will pay dividends for Baltimore. Young team going all the way cross coast, getting Marcus Peters in a trade this week. Not having Hollywood Brown.
Right.
So when they can't throw the ball and with Hollywood and they can still win. Lamar was super, super special in this game. You had to watch it to know the impact because he took over this game like a college game. He played with the type of enthusiasm that we typically see from college players. So congratulations to him and the Ravens for going to Seattle.
And to follow up real quickly on a couple of your points. One is on that 4th down. After the game, Harbaugh, he might have been fudging a little bit. He said he left it up to Lamar. And Lamar said, I want to go for it. And he let him go for it. And the combination of Lamar's running ability with, and credit John Harbaugh, because I don't give coaches a lot of credit in this regard, but he's one of the best, understanding when you should be aggressive, when you should go for fourth downs, that is a deadly combination. Because fourth and short with a player who can run or pass is a nightmare for defenses, and it gives them so many more options on third and short because they know that they can go for it on fourth down. But I want people to understand what Lamar's doing. Right now, Lamar is neck and neck with Ezekiel Elliott for rushing yards and neck with Tom Brady in passing yards. Like that, when you've got a player doing those two things, it presents so many problems for the defense, even in a night or a day when his passing numbers are below his standard.
Are we done worrying about whether Lamar should be out there running and putting himself out there like that? Are we going to just watch this play out and enjoy what we're seeing?
Well, this is the thing, Jenna. Well, the reason why these shows are on TV is because the quarterbacks. And what makes these...
That's how you know a coach got that much confidence in a second year pro. What he showed you from last year to the start of this year, you're going to have plenty of confidence in him. Lamar asked him, I want to go for it. And John Harbaugh went ahead and went what Lamar said. And look at the result, a touchdown. That's how you know a coach believes in his player. He put it in Lamar's hands in his second year, and Lamar got the job done against a tough team yesterday. That's how you know a confident coach right there. I'm going to put it in your hands, go get the job done, and he did. That's how you know you see the confidence in Lamar, because he see his coach believe in him, and he gonna go out the field and show it.
Those populars, man, we're going to be reporting on quarterbacks getting hurt. He has a different type of toughness to him. Now, there are running quarterbacks that we've seen, Randall Cunningham and Michael Vick. They're both running quarterbacks, but the temperament of Randall Cunningham compared to Michael Vick and the toughness was totally different. Lamar is closer to Michael Vick. So there are some guys that can handle some of this. So you didn't see guys getting a big shot on him. So for me, will his body hold up? And because he's developed as a passer, it opens up so many things for him.
See, he also seems to have a really uncanny ability to get sideways, to like turn his shoulders so you can't square up on him. And he's so fast, and plus the agility, I can't remember 3 times Lamar's just been absolutely pasted. And so he's done a good job.
He doesn't run reckless.
Right. He avoids the big hit really well.
Well, with the way Baltimore's playing, there's a serious conversation to be had about whether they are actually the second best team in the AFC, and we'll discuss that coming up a little later. On the other side, though, are the Vikings.